What's good, Internet? My name is Attack Slug, and welcome back to WWE WrestleMania 21 on the original Xbox, heading towards a fatal four-way match inside of Hell in a Cell for that number one contender spot. Let's continue. There it is, the main event, the icon, the showstopper. We got the game, we got the big red machine, and we have HBK, Shawn Michaels, against ya boy. Winner goes on to face, at WrestleMania, I would assume, for that WWE title, or World Heavyweight title. I don't know at this point what it's called, which belt it is. I've lost track. It is 05. Things are happening. Game's slow. Welcome to Tuesday. It is still an ongoing crisis in the entire world here, but I'm still here in front of a green screen doing the dang thing, because that's what I do. And we do have the biggest possible Shawn, let me go, announcement that has ever happened in the history of, I guess, wrestling, whatever else, that WrestleMania will officially be at the Performance Center with no crowd. So same as Raw, same as SmackDown, for the next couple of weeks, it is official. They're not having it in Tampa at the stadium, because honestly, how could you at this point, right? With more and more states issuing a curfew, how could you? I'm stuck here in New Jersey, 8 p.m., gotta be in the house, right? And people are like, well, how come, man? Like, it's not like the virus only spreads at night, and I'm like, because people who refuse to heed any warnings kept going to the bar, kept going to the restaurants, kept going to the movies, and spreading this thing even further, making it even worse. Stay inside. If everyone 2 weeks ago had stayed inside, we wouldn't be as bad as we are right now, and they wouldn't need to do this whole curfew BS. But yes, we don't have to wait until Thursday to say, hey, I guess we're going to find out on Thursday at the meeting there. No, they made the announcement last night on Raw, and that was, hey, it's not going to be in Tampa, it's going to be at the PC, and here it is with the, oh my god, let's tap out Shawn Michaels and Hell in a Cell, because why not? Make him tap. He's not tapping. He's not tapping. Alright, sure, fine. I still have maximum heat, and this maximum slowness is killing me, but here we are, spinning Slug Buster in the cell. This sluggish, like, down and A. Thank you. Triple H, stay busy. Kane, stay busy. Don't you run in here. And I am now your number one contender. That was terrible. Like, playing that in that cell with four guys, that was like molasses. Icky, sticky molasses. Sweet, sassy molassie, if you will. And your reigning, defending, Intercontinental Champion, and don't you forget it!
Last Sunday, I became the number one contender for the honor of facing Chris Benoit for the World Heavyweight title at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, the Rumble, okay.
I've faced some of the best, but I can't wait to get in the ring and prove myself against the best there is.
That's Bret Hart? That's Bret Hart.
You certainly earned your match against me at the Royal Rumble, kid. And I know you'll give me the fight of my life. But just so you know, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to hold on to this belt.
Whatever it takes, huh?
It means more to me than...
And here comes Bischoff.
But I've got to make a correction. Yes, kid, you became the current number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship at Armageddon. But if anyone beats you between now and the Royal Rumble, he becomes the new number one contender.
Oh.
And that's exactly what Triple H is going to do next week in a cage match. But in the meantime, you're going to have to face Kane tonight in a last man standing match. Good luck.
Well, that is certainly apropos as we get into our Monday Night Raw discussion here and the last man standing match. So if you were wondering, how in the blue hell are they going to fill 3 hours of Raw? How in the blue hell are we going to have, you know, all that time filled with an empty arena nobody in the crowd and just a much more subdued and tiny show. And we saw on SmackDown, they aired the entire men's tag team chamber from the chamber match. Well, Raw aired the entire men's Royal Rumble match. And you add in commercials, that's a big chunk of your show. And it's like, how much longer can they do that? We have 2 weeks. We have SmackDown this week, and then 2 Raws and 2 SmackDowns past that before WrestleMania even happens. At a certain point, when do you run out of things that just happened on pay-per-view to show to people? You could air the entire Women's Chamber, you could air the entire Women's Royal Rumble match, and then what? That's 5 shows to fill. What are you doing? I would have hoped over the weekend you brainstorm some stuff, but no. Just here's more old stuff, here's more video packages, here's more filler on this Raw. Now, I will say, on that note, that because all other sports are not happening right now, and it's like, well, I guess I'll watch wrestling, then what's the best way to get people hopefully invested and caught up in wrestling is video packages and matches that have already happened and are already proven to be good, right? So, that, I don't blame them on that, right? If you're going to hopefully draw in new fans, that makes sense, right? But as someone who's watched everything, and watches everything, like, I don't need to see that match again. I've already seen it when it happened, live. So, there is that, there was that, and that's what happened on Raw. So, last man standing with the big red machine. The big red clothesline. Give me a big paddle. Is that a cricket bat? Woo! Like 2K20 nonsense in here with the cricket bat is pretty funny. Pretty funny. All right, Kane though. I'm not sure how this match works in this game, so we'll find out here very shortly. Very shortly on the outside. DDT from the big red machine. Last man standing. So yes, Raw opened though with some new stuff, and that was an Edge promo against Randy Orton. Edge was there in the PC, cutting a promo, and he basically said, yes, I challenge Randy Orton to a last man standing match. Now, we know that empty arena, last man standing, can be fantastic. Funk and Lawler, Rock and Mankind, right? It can be awesome. But what I was hoping, and I think a lot of folks were hoping from, I can't lift Kane like that. I can't do it. I can't do it. That in Edge's first full-time one-on-one match back, you would have played it a little bit safe and not gone, whole hog on a hardcore style matchup, right? You could have had the reaction of the crowd to fill in the blanks on that thing, right? You didn't need to have this kind of match, but that's where they're at, and that match I'm hoping will be safe enough, and hopefully Randy Orton takes the majority of the dangerous bumps in that match, because, again, this is Edge's first singles match in 9 years. It's kind of a big deal, and I don't want him getting hurt any more than he would need to get hurt, and certainly last man standing empty arena might just do that to the Edgester. I'm sure he would, I'm sure as a wrestler, he's like, yeah man, let's do that. But you still, at a certain point, you worry about the safety of the competitors in the ring, certainly ones that have had these career-ending neck injuries and that whole hog out there. So yes, after that was the entire match there. They had Becky arrive in a big rig, which was pretty cool. And then the only match on the show here, literally the only match, spinning slugbuster on this show, was Mysterio and Andrade. And notably on commentary was Asuka. And I'm like, that was perhaps not an intentional tie-in to the 2K20 DLC where she was on commentary, but still pretty funny nonetheless. Pretty funny. I enjoyed it. Kane, just stay down. Flare flop and stay down. Why won't you stay on the ground, Kane? What are you doing? Just, wow. No sells the back. Kane firing up for all his Canaanites here on Raw. What the blue hell? What the blue hell? You're in the red, Kane. Oh, super kick misses. Misses the super kick party. Get that uppercut. Because guess what? We going to get more toys on the outside. Yes, we will. Kane, stay down. Stay. He's got a fire extinguisher, folks. He's got a fire extinguisher. Good God Almighty. Solid steel. Fire extinguisher. Back of the head. Busted wide open. I mean, yeah, you know. Happening. You're deep red, Kane. Just stay on the ground. Make this easier for all of us. And stay down. So after we had a Rey and Andrade, and Rey won, by the way, you had a Becky promo to nobody. You had an Owens promo backstage to, you know, the camera, and says, yes, I'm facing Seth Rollins at WrestleMania here in the PC. At least Owens has a reason, like a storyline reason to say, hey, I started here, you didn't give me a match, we're fighting at Mania. That, you know, there's some logic there, and I can appreciate logic, right? And then your ending segment, as they promised, was good old Stone Cold Steve Austin was there on 3/16 day. There it is, 9, 10, knockout.
He did it. He's a step closer to being king of the Long Mountain.
There it is. Last man standing, and put... Wait, why is there a sign that says King is my dad in the crowd? What the hell? Why the hell? Uh-oh.
Look, Benoit, I appreciate what you did last week, but I wish you would have let me handle that situation myself.
Listen, kid, don't let pride get in the way of your common sense. I've got too much respect for the World Heavyweight Championship to put it on the line against someone who got there on a cheap shot, or against someone who isn't 100%.
Chris, seriously, thanks, but no thanks. I can fight my own battles.
I really love the drama, guys. It makes for great TV. And just think of how dramatic it's going to be next week when you two team up against Kane and Triple H in a tag team tables match.
No.
Benoit, you'll either have to face your Royal Rumble opponent or work together with him.
Can it be neither? Please? Please? Neither? Okay. Triple H in a cage match. Here we go. So the Stone Cold segment was him drinking beers and telling us all about 3/16 day. And the best part of that whole thing was he literally did the "Give me a hell yeah," and they cut to the empty seats in the crowd. That was hilarious. But then we have Byron Saxton giving him a hell yeah, and then rating his 3/16 things you can do on that day with just giant placards of cards. I'm like, that's your best idea, really? Okay. And then of course it ends up with Byron in the ring getting the old Stone Cold Stunner because somebody had to get stunnered. So of course Byron is there. Why not? The Sax Nation, man. So there you go. That was Raw. Afterwards, you had Becky come down with a cooler and drink some beers and raise some hell. And after Raw was off the air, then Becky gave Byron a stunner, and that was the end of that chapter. And again, not a whole lot happening here. It is very close to Mania. You would have hoped more would be happening, but not really. Like, I would have hoped after a whole weekend of thought, we would have had more ideas, but that was not the case at all, and that's kind of a little bit troubling when we have 5 more shows between now and WrestleMania to fill with something. Give me something. So, yeah, there was that. Otherwise, not much else happening in wrestling, because there's literally in the world not much else to really discuss besides this absolute nonsense of a pandemic type obedience. Stay the hell home. Seriously. Wash your hands and stay home. This is not a hard concept, but apparently people just don't get it. And it's spine buster. Making me annoyed, because it's really not a hard concept to follow. But people don't want to do it. So, you can look at internationally what's happening and look where we're at, and we're right behind other countries by a couple of days on their scale, and see how bad it's getting there. It's going to get that bad here. Like, pay attention to the world. We have the internet. It's not that difficult. If you think it won't happen here, you're wrong. Dead wrong. And I mean that literally. Dead wrong. So, Triple H, though, laying it in. Laying in those shots. Slug to the top. I don't want the superplex. Superplex. From the top to the floor. And Triple H starts the slow. And get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. I'm too dizzy. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. There it is. You fall, game. And I taunt you. And you can kiss the ring. Here it is. If I hit that spinning slug buster, it's going to be over. Counter the pile driver. No. Losing my heat. Losing my heat. Because you're just that damn over, aren't you? Get up. Me. I hate the... Oh, man. I can't match me faster than that. Shake a, shake a, shake a. Shake a, shake a, shake a. Have a Shake Shack, Triple H. There it is. Maximum heat. No! Reverse! I had maximum heat, game. Will you stop? I feel like Monsoon. Would you stop? Would you stop? Ah, the dizziness is overwhelming. Game, get down from there. Get up and get funky. There it is. Maximum heat. Spinning slug. No. German. Pick him up. Spinning Slug Buster to the game. Now, can I climb from here? Is that enough to defeat Triple H in the solid steel cage? The most solid of steels. Hey, how about you stay dizzy? I gotta mash buttons? I'm not gonna work. Oh man, he's gonna need two. He's gonna need two, folks. He's gonna need two. That just makes this match that much longer if he doesn't just win here, which could happen if I can't get up from... Nope. We're good. We good. So yeah, I honestly don't have anything else left here for what's happening at the moment because I don't have any other commentary on it. It's just absolute nonsense, and I'm gonna still keep doing what I do because that's all I can do, you know? Like, what else besides what I normally do every freaking day? Pile driver. Hopefully my job is to keep some folks' minds off of the very depressing situation in the rest of the world. And if I can do that at least a little bit every day, then I'm doing my job to the best of my ability, if you will. Get up, game. Get up. I didn't mean to do that, but okay, sure. If his legs don't work, then he can't climb. That's logic. It's wrestling logic. He ain't gonna tap. That's for show. But if he can't climb, then I can just keep on taunting here and building my meter and getting my heat and doing my thing. Into the cage. The unforgiving steel Satan structure. Twist of fate. Maximum heat. Alright, let's try this one more time. Trips. One more freaking time. Spinning slug buster in the cage. Times 2. And then the slow and arduous climb all the way to the top. Triple H, you stay down. If I beat Kane, last man standing, stay dizzy. A little bit longer. Yes. Winner. I did that. Oh, hell yeah. That's right. Still your number one contender, regardless of any obstacle you put in my path. I overcome the odds every freaking day. I'm heading to WrestleMania. Point at the sign. Point at the sign. That's right. Raise my hand, referee. I did that. And that's it for Tuesday. I'll still be here tomorrow. Tune in. I'm Attack Slug. Thanks for watching. More videos right here. And I'm out.